Rise, keepers of the dawn. A new year is coming. The calendar will flip. The fireworks will scream across the sky. And beneath all that noise, a quiet question is pulsing in you. Will I actually be new this year? Or will it just be a new date on the same old life? Let's talk about New Year. Not as a party, as a portal. 3 movements, 3 inner shifts. The illusion and power of New Year. Every December, the same movie plays. We say things like, this year broke me. Next year will be my year. From January 1st, everything changes. We buy new planners. We write big goals. We feel a rush of hope, a little fear, and a lot of pressure. And somewhere deep down, we are scared because we remember. We remember all the New Years that came before and quietly turned into old patterns. We remember January 1st gym memberships that turned into March ghosts. We remember promises we made to ourselves that we broke before anyone else had a chance to. So when people shout New Year, new me, part of you flinches. You want that to be true, but you've also seen this movie too many times. Let's start with a hard truth. There is nothing magical about January 1st. At midnight, the planet does not reset. Your nervous system does not reboot. Your habits do not evaporate because someone shouts Happy New Year. You carry yourself across that midnight line. Same wounds, same stories, same patterns. As the Stoic Marcus Aurelius said, your life is what your thoughts make it. Not your calendar, not your year, your thoughts, your choices, your inner world. If you do not change those, you will drag the old year into the new one, like a heavy suitcase with a broken wheel. But here's the other side. While there is nothing magical about January 1st, there is something powerful about it. Humans are ritual creatures. We respond to symbols, turning points, thresholds. The new year is one of those thresholds. It is a doorway the world agrees to notice together. It is a shared moment that whispers, pause, reflect, decide who you want to be next. So we don't worship the date. We use it. We don't wait for the year to make us new. We let the year remind us that we are allowed to begin again. Picture this. December 31st. You're standing in a room full of noise, music, countdowns, people posting their top 9 highlights on social media, making their year look shinier than it felt. And you remember the moments nobody posted, the argument that changed a relationship, the exam you failed, the job you lost, the money you wasted, the days you drifted through on autopilot. You remember every time you swore, I'll never do this again. And then you did. There's a quiet ache. Did I waste another year? Listen carefully. That ache is not your enemy. That ache is awareness. It's the part of you that refuses to accept a half-lived life. The philosopher Seneca once wrote, while we wait for life, life passes. You felt that this year. Moments slipped by. You were there, but not really there. And now the calendar is ending, and that ache is asking, will you keep waiting, or will you start living? A new year is not a guarantee. It is an invitation. It is not a spell that lands on your life. It is a question that lands in your lap. Who are you willing to become? And what are you willing to stop being? Because new beginning is not just about what you start. It's about what you refuse to carry forward. We love to dream about new habits, new money, new body, new love. But we rarely ask, what old story has to die for this new life to be born? If you want a different year, you must walk differently into it. Not with soft wishes, with clear eyes, with honest self-confrontation. The Stoics were brutal in their honesty. They didn't wait for the year to end before they reviewed their life. Every night was a mini New Year's Eve. At the end of the day, they would ask themselves, what did I do well? Where did I fail? Where did I act cowardly, selfishly, foolishly? Not to hate themselves, to know themselves, because you cannot upgrade what you refuse to look at. So before we talk about new beginnings, we must do something sacred. We must stand still in the wreckage and the beauty of this year, and look it in the face. Ask yourself, what did this year really teach me? Not the Instagram version, the raw version. What patterns kept repeating? What pain kept echoing? What joy surprised me? What did I keep postponing? Where did I break my own heart? by abandoning my own commitments? Where did I notice glimpses of a stronger version of me, trying to emerge? Write it, say it, pray it, admit it. Because if you skip this step, New Year just becomes a bandage on top of an unclean wound, and wounds covered but not cleaned eventually infect everything. Maybe this year exposed your relationship with time. You said I don't have time, while scrolling for hours. You felt constantly busy, but strangely unfulfilled. The wise have been warning us about this forever. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, do every act of your life as if it were your last. Seneca warned that the problem is not short life, but wasted life. And a much older voice says, teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Time became real to you this year, didn't it? You lost someone, or a season ended, or you realized, I can't keep living like this and expect a different outcome. That shock you felt, that's not cruelty, that's mercy. Reality knocked on your door. Now the year is ending, and you get to decide, will I let this wake-up call shape me, or will I slide back into sleep? The tension of New Year is this. Part of you believes you can change. Part of you is terrified you can't. Part of you is excited to start again. Part of you is exhausted by starting again. This is where wisdom steps in and says, you are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. Every failure you regret is now data. Every mistake is now a map of what not to do. Every broken promise to yourself is now a reminder of why half-hearted decisions don't work. You are not who you were 12 months ago. You are a different person who has been through different fires. The question is, will you use what the fire taught you? The new year is not a clean slate. It is a rewritten slate. It carries scars, lessons, names, dates, moments that nearly broke you, and moments that quietly healed you. You don't erase those. You integrate them. You say, yes, that happened. Yes, I did that. Yes, it did that to me. And still, I get to choose who I am today, and who I am becoming next. That is the power of a new beginning. Not that it denies your past, that it refuses to be defined by it. So before the fireworks, before the countdown, before the wishful captions, I want you to see yourself standing at a threshold. Behind you, a year full of joy and pain, wins and losses, discipline and distraction. Before you, a whole way of days you have never lived. Nobody has stepped into them. They are unwritten pages, and in your hand is the pen, not the pen of control everything. You cannot control everything. Life will surprise you, but the pen of, how will I show up? What kind of human do I want to be? No matter what this year throws at me. This is where the real new beginning starts. Not on the clock, in your heart, in your decisions, in your willingness to tell yourself the truth, and still move forward. Everyone loves the phrase new beginning. Very few people are willing to face the other side of it. Ending. You cannot carry everything with you into a truly new year. There are habits, identities, stories that simply cannot cross this threshold with you. If you are serious about becoming different, new beginning is not just addition. It is subtraction. It is surgery. It is walking through your inner house and saying, this has to go. This can stay. This must be rebuilt from the foundation. Think of a garden. If you never pull out dead plants, never clear weeds, never prune branches, it doesn't matter how many new seeds you throw in, chaos will choke them. Most people treat the new year like seed throwing onto an unweeded life. They add goals on top of an overcrowded schedule. They add resolutions on top of unhealed wounds. They add dreams on top of an identity that whispers, you're not the kind of person who actually follows through. Then by February, they are shocked. Why isn't anything growing? Because, friend, you didn't make space. The Stoic philosophers understood the power of subtraction. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. In other words, you must be willing to lose some things to gain a true life. Lose the need to impress everyone. Lose the urge to explain every change. Lose old patterns of pleasing people who never had your best interest at heart. New you, same crowd, often means same results. Sometimes a new beginning requires changing who has access to you, not in bitterness, in wisdom. Let's get painfully practical. Ask yourself, what am I absolutely unwilling to carry into this new year? Be specific. Maybe it's, I am unwilling to carry another year of saying yes to everything and quietly resenting everyone. I am unwilling to carry this lie, that I don't deserve rest unless I'm completely exhausted. I am unwilling to carry another year of scrolling past my own life while watching everyone else live theirs. I am unwilling to carry this relationship dynamic where I shrink myself to make someone comfortable. Write them down, name them, because anything you are not willing to face in daylight will control you in the dark. Endings are emotional funerals. You are not just dropping habits. You are burying versions of yourself. The version of you who survived by over-explaining. The version of you who played small to avoid failure. The version of you who believed pain was your only home. Thank them. They got you here, but they cannot take you further. There's a line in the ancient text that says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" New things often come disguised as the death of old things. We pray for next level, but fight like crazy. When life starts dismantling the current level, sometimes what feels like destruction is actually preparation. So how do you consciously end a chapter? You don't just hope it changes. You mark it. You create rituals of closure. The Stoics journaled their days. You can journal your year. Sit down and write. This is what this year was. This is what it taught me. This is what I am releasing. This is what I am carrying forward. Tears are allowed. Anger is allowed. Laughter is allowed. What matters is honesty. Then, symbolically, you close that page. You might rip out the page and burn it safely. Fold it and keep it as a reminder. Share parts of it with someone you trust. The action is not magic. The decision is. You are telling your nervous system, that season is complete. We are not going back there unconsciously. Another powerful ending is the ending of excuses. We rarely say, my life is shaped by my excuses. But if we recorded our thoughts, we'd be shocked how often they sound like, I don't have time. I'm just not that kind of person. People like me don't get opportunities like that. It's too late. I'll start when I feel ready. The Stoics would call these opinions masquerading as facts. They are not reality. They are stories. And new beginnings are impossible if you keep worshipping old stories. So choose one excuse. That ruled you this year. Maybe, I don't have time to take care of my body. Now interrogate it. Is this absolutely true? Or did I simply not prioritize that time? Where did my hours actually go? New Year doesn't give you more hours. It gives you another chance to decide what those hours mean. The wise teacher Jim Rohn said, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Excuses kill both. So declare a funeral for that excuse. Whenever it rises next year, you'll recognize it, smile sadly, and say, we had a good run, but I'm choosing differently now. And then there are endings we did not choose. Relationships that ended, jobs that vanished, bodies that broke down, doors that slammed shut in our faces. You didn't ask for those. You didn't schedule them into your planner. And yet, here you are, carrying the weight of them into December. Listen carefully. You are allowed to grieve and still move forward. You are allowed to say, that hurt me deeply, without letting it become your permanent identity. As Viktor Frankl, who survived unimaginable suffering, wrote, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. You may not be able to rewrite what happened, but you can refuse to let it define what happens next. The ending can either be your prison or your permission to evolve. Your new beginning will be as powerful as your willingness to end what needs to end. End the script that says you are stuck. End partnerships with your own self-betrayal. End the quiet agreements you've made with your own mediocrity. Not because you are ungrateful for survival, but because survival is not the same thing as living. The new year is inviting you to live, not just to exist in slightly better scenery. And that means looking your old year in the eye and saying, thank you for what you showed me. I learned. I bled. I grew, and now I release what cannot come with me. This is the hard, holy work of a real new beginning. Now we turn toward what is ahead. You have looked honestly at the year behind you. You have begun to release what cannot follow you. Now the question becomes, how do I step into this new year as a different kind of person, not just a busier version of the old one? Because if you only add more goals to the same identity, you will collapse under the weight of them. Real change is less about what you do and more about who you decide to be. Start here. Who is the person you want to be on December 31st of the coming year? Not what have they achieved, not how many followers they have, not how much money sits in their account. Who are they in their character? How do they handle stress? How do they talk to people they love? How do they treat strangers? How do they respond when things don't go their way? How do they show up when nobody is watching? Describe that person. Write it out. Maybe it looks like, I am someone who keeps my promises to myself. I am someone whose word is trustworthy to others. I am someone who moves my body with respect. I am someone who tells the truth kindly. I am someone who does not run from discomfort when it leads to growth. I am someone who makes time for stillness. I am someone who faces problems instead of numbing them. This is your North Star identity. New year, new beginning. Starts with new self-respect. Because you will stop creating months that insult the person you say you want to be. The Stoics understood identity-driven living. They didn't ask, what do I feel like doing? They asked, what would a wise, courageous, just, self-controlled person do? Then they acted as if they were already becoming that person. You can do the same. Every time you face a decision this year, ask, what would the December version of me be grateful that I did today? Not what is easiest, not what gives me the fastest dopamine hit. What will my future self thank me for? That question quietly rewires your year. You begin to eat, wake, rest, speak from a future-shaped wisdom instead of a moment-shaped impulse. Next, design your year in days, not fantasies. Most resolutions fail because they live in the clouds. Get fit. Make more money. Be more spiritual. Read more. Vague, soft, kind of inspiring, and completely unusable. Bring them down to earth. Ask, what does this look like on a Tuesday? If your goal is get healthier, Tuesday might look like 30 minutes of movement, 2 extra glasses of water, 1 decent meal prepared with care. If your goal is grow spiritually or be more centered, Tuesday might look like 10 minutes of silence without your phone, reading a short passage and reflecting. 1 honest conversation with yourself or with God. If your goal is build my craft or business, Tuesday might look like 45 focused minutes creating, 15 minutes learning, 1 small, uncomfortable action that moves you forward. The year is nothing but a string of days. Win enough days, and the year begins to transform behind your back. Don't try to change everything at once. Your nervous system is not a machine you can reprogram overnight. Choose 1 or 2 keystone habits that would quietly ripple into many areas. For example, waking up 30 minutes earlier for reflection and planning, moving your body daily, even if it's just a brisk walk, writing your day's top 3 priorities, instead of drowning in a chaotic to-do list, putting your phone in another room for the first hour after you wake and the last hour before you sleep. Small, boring, repeatable actions. As James Clear writes, the quality of our lives often depends on the quality of our habits. The Stoics would agree. They understood that greatness is built in unglamorous daily decisions. Build systems, not just goals. Goal, read 12 books this year. System, read 10 pages every night before bed. Goal, save more money. System, automatic transfer of X amount every time I get paid. Goal, be present with my family. System, phone goes in the drawer during dinner, every day. Goals inspire you. Systems quietly shape you. The new year will not reward what you fantasize. It will reward what you consistently do. Also, design your environment to match your new beginning. We overestimate willpower. We underestimate environment. If your phone lives on your pillow, Your attention will belong to everyone else's life. If junk food fills your kitchen, your body will be whatever those labels decide. If every person around you mocks growth, your desire to grow will suffocate. You do not have to control everything, but you can control your immediate surroundings. Remove triggers that drag you backward. Add prompts that pull you forward. Put your journal where you can see it. Lay out your workout clothes beforehand. Keep water where you actually work. Place a meaningful quote where your eyes land in the morning. Make the right thing easier, and the wrong thing slightly harder. That quiet design creates a different year, even when motivation dips. Now, a reality check. You will not glide through the new year. You will have days when you break your own rules. You will skip workouts. You will speak sharply when you're meant to be kind. You will choose distraction over depth. Old patterns are stubborn. The difference this year is not that you will never fall. It's that you will not stay down as long. You will not use one failure as an excuse to burn the whole plan. You will treat each sunrise as another mini New Year. The Stoics taught this relentlessly. The only time you ever truly have is the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." That means, if you broke your habit yesterday, you don't have to wait till Monday or next month or next year to start again. You start at the next decision, the next breath, the next hour. Every morning is January 1st for the person who understands this. So let's picture you in this coming year. There will be storms. There will be surprises. There will be answered prayers and doors that stay mysteriously closed. You don't control all that, but you do control how often you return to your North Star identity, how quickly you get back up after you slip, how honestly you face yourself, how courageously you tell the truth to others and to your own soul. You can decide that this is the year you stop betraying yourself. You can decide that this is the year your actions finally line up with the person you know you were meant to be. Not perfectly, but increasingly. In the end, New Year, New Beginning is not about fireworks. It is about quiet revolutions. Inside ordinary days, it is about choosing wisdom over impulse, courage over avoidance, presence over distraction, integrity over image. It is about waking up again and again to the simple, shocking truth. You are not stuck. You always have a choice about the next thought you feed, the next word you speak, the next step you take. The year will change. The question is, will you? Not into someone else, into the truest version of yourself. So as this year closes, and the new one opens its blank doors, say this with me. I will not wait for the calendar to make me new. I choose to begin again now. I honor what this year taught me. I release what is not meant to come with me. I design my days to match my deepest values. Every sunrise is a new year for my soul, and I will step into it, awake, willing, and unafraid to change. Rise, keeper of the dawn. The year is changing, and so are you.